Today for New Music Monday, we're going to check out the brand new album from Throwing Muses, and it's called Purgatory, Paradise. Back with their first album in a decade, Kristen Hirsch perfectly justified the band's absence in a recent interview when she said, "We just figured if the industry is asking you to dumb down your project, you're morally obligated not to release anything." While this may seem a little bit pretentious at first, once you hear all of the music and look at the other media elements involved, it's pretty clear that no large label would have greenlighted this project because they don't have that sort of vision, even with a band that has a proven track record like this. But before we go any further, while half of the 32 tracks here do clock in at under 2 minutes, there is still a lot of music to ingest on this. So you really need to be in the right state of mind before you dig into this album. Also, at first glance, the album might seem a little bit out of order in terms of track listings because there's some second versions and reprises and alternate takes that are listed before the first version. But there was definitely a very purposeful reason why these tracks were laid out like they were, and once you hear the record, you're gonna understand it. As you'd hope and expect, the music on this album goes everywhere possible, from crushing rock songs to dream pop to completely stripped down arrangements. And regardless of which era of Throwing Muses you enjoyed, there's plenty here for you to like. It's moments like the guitar on Morning Birds 1 where you can fully appreciate everything that's great about that instrument, as well as the full range of musical creation that the band has been making for almost 30 years. You also get these outright amazing moods like the one you find on Sunray Venus, and it has this dark tension to it that keeps pulling you in deeper and deeper. And Kristen Hirsch's vocal on that track, all I can say about it is wow, you have to hear it. They're also able to bring that heavy, addictive stomp like you find on Triangle Quantico, and then they blend everything together on Slipper Shell, which may be the best track on this album. On the flip side of all of this, they've got these great, completely desolate tracks like Curtains, and it's got this really raw, completely organic feel that nobody's been able to capture in years. Another high point is the song Film, because in every aspect, from every angle, it's just perfect. And I think this one's going to be able to serve as a gateway song for people who somehow don't know Throwing Muses. But let's not overlook the lyrical work throughout the album, as it's clear these guys are still absolutely in top form. And for my money, Terra Nova is probably the most impressive lyrical feat on the record. I mean, I just can't get enough of a line like, "Who would choose a swan dive over a swan song? It's that good, go listen." Now, in all fairness, this album is disjointed and very disjointed at some points, but these songs were pulled from more than 70 recordings done over the past decade. And it doesn't have that flow and continuity like their other work, which may make it a challenge for people who aren't familiar with the band. But at the same time, there's no denying that there is a ton of good music to be found across these songs. And on the buy it or borrow it for Throwing Muses fans, this is an absolute buy it, and for everybody else, this is a solid borrow it. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, go ahead and click subscribe, leave a comment, click like, whatever you want to do. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook right here, and I'll see you guys again next time.